Inside Grand Prix News is presented by Allianz.
Buenos dias and welcome to the Inside Grand Prix News. Today we present you the most important information for the race in Valencia.
5.4 kilometers around the harbour, 57 laps, 308 kilometers race distance. Formula One has only been coming to Valencia for 3 years, but the race is now already well established.
The track in Valencia, it's a street circuit, so it's very demanding. I think when we first came here, we didn't know what to expect. But racing around the harbour and over the water, it's quite unique, and there's a lot of corners. Very technical, very hard to find the right balance because you have a big mixture of corners, but very much enjoyable.
At Mercedes GP Petronas, it's a race they're particularly looking forward to. Michael Schumacher's fourth place in Canada has given them a boost. Now they are very keen to impress again ahead of the two home races in England and Germany. Winner last year was Sebastian Vettel, ahead of McLaren drivers Hamilton and Button. The race is remembered primarily for Mark Webber's horrific crash.
I had contact with Heikki, and the crash was very spectacular. Very happy to walk away from it with no injuries, and this was good for me. So this was the toughest moment of my season.
Valencia is not a typical street circuit. Wide, flat and no major bumps. Lots of varied corners with an average speed of around 200 kilometers per hour. Head of Mercedes Motorsport, Norbert Haug, hits the nail on the head when he says that in Valencia, the car gets tested in every area.
Further F1 news are coming up now, condensed by our Inside Grand Prix team.
Sebastian Vettel takes the prohibition of double diffuser in his stride. The world champion thinks that this ban is as hard for the others as for his team. The only thing that surprises him is the fact that the changes come up in the middle of the season for the race in Silverstone and not, as usual, at the end of the year. It's now said that it could be an attempt to stop Red Bull's predominance. Force India has conducted a straight-line test at Cotswold Airport in southern England. The car's aerodynamic capabilities were tested along a straight several kilometres long. To date, Force India has picked up only 9 championship points.
It's quite a long day going up and down, as a driver obviously it's not too exciting, but I think for the team it's very good for the aerodynamics as well to understand that more, so it's important for us and hopefully we'll learn some good stuff from today.
Eccleston comes to Hamilton's defence. Over recent weeks, the McLaren driver has come in for a lot of criticism. Following his controversial comments and manoeuvres, Niki Lauda even called him totally crazy. Formula One boss Eccleston takes a more relaxed view, comparing Hamilton with Ayrton Senna. Both are or were fighters and racers, and that's precisely what the people want to see, he says. Training in Mexico. Sergio Perez has been back home getting fit for the race on Sunday in Valencia. After his bad crash in Monaco, he had to sit out the race in Canada, but is now keen to get back racing again in Spain. The first video of Robert Kubica after his serious rally accident can already be watched on YouTube. The video, filmed by an amateur at the beginning of June, shows the driver leaving a house in Italy. The Formula One Teams Association is holding its second fan forum at the McLaren Technology Centre at the end of June. This is a new initiative begun by FOTA in Canada, specifically for fans. Among the speakers will be the drivers Lewis Hamilton and Kamui Kobayashi, as well as Mercedes boss Ross Brawn and many more. Sir Richard Branson is always good for some unusual stunts. As part of celebrating an airline anniversary, he's now had his photo taken in Miami, standing on the wing of one of his planes. In his arms, British singer Sarah Harding. He was less cautious later with supermodel Karolina Korkova. Well, at least they weren't jumping out of one of his aircraft. There's currently a lot of wild speculation about the future of Formula One. Much of it revolves around whether or not F1's majority shareholder, the CVC investment company, is going to sell. Many reasons suggest they may. The current economic situation, offers on the table, and the fact that none of the teams has yet signed up for beyond 2012. So far, Eccleston is categorically refuting it. Insiders suspect only in order to drive up the price.
To this, we're consulting our Inside Grand Prix expert, Christian Danner.
The ownership situation in Formula One is relatively clear at the moment, and it's only the people who own the whole thing that can naturally then sell it one day, if they are minded to do so. However, how likely that is, I don't know, and to be totally honest, I'm currently concentrating on the racing.
And now we're gonna tell you which corner the drivers really have to watch out for in particular. Here are the Brembo brake facts.
The hardest braking point in Valencia comes in corner 10. The driver cuts his speed here by 246 kilometers per hour. The power dispersed is 2,263 kilowatts. An incredible 5.23 G pull on the driver, while he pushes with 137 kilos onto the brakes.
That's all for today. Have a nice week and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.
Inside Grand Prix News was presented by Allianz.